Fisher. Thank you. Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I'll take that as a Freudian slip. Mr Deputy Speaker, this budget has been fantastic from an infrastructure perspective. And look, I know those on the other side of this chamber, they mustn't communicate with their state colleagues like the Labor state government in Queensland, because I think if Mark Bailey, who's the infrastructure or the transport and made roads minister in Queensland, if he knew that they were going to put this up as an MPI, he'd be saying, "Stop, stop, don't do it to us. They're going to cane us." Because I'll tell you why. This federal government is spending $110 billion on infrastructure. $15.2 billion were announced during the week in the budget. Now, just from the Sunshine Coast perspective, since I've been elected in 2016, $3.5 billion, billion with a B, $3.5 billion on roads and rail infrastructure benefiting the good people of the Sunshine Coast, of which, Mr Deputy Speaker, you are a very worthy recipient. That Karoi to Curra road is like paved in gold. It is such a good quality road, and it is a real exemplar. And no doubt the good people of Gympie and beyond north think that the road is absolutely fantastic as well. But locally, just from the budget, $172 million in road and rail infrastructure. Now, of that $172 million, $160 million is going to be spent on totally redesigning and rebuilding that death trap that is the Mooloolah River interchange. Now, I can hear members on this side of the fence thinking and saying, but that can't be right, Andrew. That can't be right, because the Mooloolah River interchange is a state government-controlled road. That's a state road. Why would the federal government be putting $160 million into a state road? Let me tell you why we're doing that. The federal government, once again, is having to put $160 million into the redesign and reconstruction of the death trap of the Mooloolah River interchange, a road which is the 100% responsibility of the state government, because the Labor state government are so incompetent and so inept, ruled and led by an absolutely incompetent Transport Minister, Mark Bailey. Now, you know, the federal government has one responsibility when it comes to infrastructure in roads, and that's funding 80% of the Bruce Highway. But unfortunately, more and more and more money of federal government funds are having to be spent on state government infrastructure. It's like rewarding the poor behaviour of a child that is having a tantrum. You give them a lolly, guess what? They're going to have to throw another tantrum. Because every time we offer them more money to build state infrastructure, what do? They complain. We offered them a couple of years ago $390 million to duplicate the North Coast Railway line. What did they say? What did they say? Well, it's not enough. We want more. Now, I know why they're doing this, because they are broke. They are so broke. They are beyond broke. They are spending money. They are borrowing money to pay their public servants' wages. That's why they can't invest in infrastructure. That's why they have to come cap in hand to the federal government every day saying, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" And, you know, look, it's a really difficult position, because the more we give them, the less they spend. But we just can't let the good people of Queensland suffer because of this incompetent state government. Mr Deputy Speaker, we saw an article in the newspaper, in the Courier Mail just a couple of days ago, about this incompetent state Labor government wanting to increase the costs of infrastructure through union sweetheart deals, through to the cost of an additional 30% to look after their CFMEU mates. So not only are we paying an extra 30% now, that's not good enough, they want to charge an additional 30% premium. We're going to be right on top of this, Mr Deputy Speaker. If we win the Olympic bid, we are going to make sure, damn sure, the people of the Australian people get value for money.